You should be able to hear me clearly now. Want to do one check. Good. I'm going to delete this anyway, so because this is just a test run. I'll party hit it back at 3. Good evening. What's going on, Miss Old School? So what I'm doing is testing out the system. This is actually a new camera I have right here. And why not? It's the perfect time to actually test it out. It's a little grainy from what I see. I'm doing well tonight. I'm doing well. So I'm just testing this out right here. What I want to do is have the music play so it's clear like I hear it on this end. So I have to figure out the technology side of it and actually get that to work. So that's what I'm doing. This music that you hear actually in the background is something that I created. But I don't like the quality how it sounds when I hear it on this end. So how was your day today, Miss Old School 32? Let's get Leo in the shot. There go Leo. My day was actually really good, productive, got a lot of stuff done. I really, are you like Leo? That's Leo. That's he's seen a whole lot. That's my dude, Leo. He's been there thick and thin. That is Leo the Lion. I probably delete this because I want to. What I'm doing is I'm doing a test run. Hey, if you coming in, this is just a test run. I'm probably not going to talk about something I may. So we got to see. This is after dark, so that may start doing like a late after dark because I know a lot of people work third shift or up at late at night, and they want to talk about some things they don't normally talk about uh, in the daytime. So This is a good time to ask a question. After dark questions. Checking the phone. So this is Lawrence D. You hear the music in the background. I'm actually playing this. What I'm doing is I'm doing a test where I'm testing my new camera out that I have. Testing out. You see how it looks on this end. I'm also testing out the audio to make sure the audio is clear. And also you get to see the picture of Leo. Leo right there. That's my dog right there. Been there for a long time. So anybody that didn't want to talk about after dark? Any after dark questions that's on after dark? If it's something I don't want to talk about, I ain't talking about it. Matter of fact, I need to adjust my light. I don't like this light. So, Miss Old School, what brings you? Why are you up so late? Yeah, it's real out here. It's definitely real. We got everybody. We got everybody. Oh, we got everybody up in the scare. Let me cut this down because I got this feedback in my ear. Oh, you took a nap earlier. I understand that. Ooh, that's really dark. Let me brighten it up, son. So yeah, definitely this coronavirus has definitely got people up in the uproar and got everybody scared. And the biggest thing you need to do, if anything, I keep telling everybody, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. I mean, I can't give any advice beyond that, but important. So just washing your hands, making sure you take care of your hygiene, and don't get caught up in the fear. Most of the time, what we fear actually manifests. So we got to be careful not to be in a state of fear, to be in a place of faith and say, you know what, I am taken care of. I am not going to get this. I'm going to live. I got things to do. So, but yeah, definitely. But it got this whole country on a fear zone. And it's just a strain of the flu. It's actually been around for a long time, actually. What we can do is this importance of just make sure you're taking care of yourself. So my connection is unstable. So I'm trying this. So let me drop off of here. So that's the biggest thing right there. So I see you come through the show. So what do you like about the Lawrence D. Adams, whole experience, things like that? Because you come in pretty regularly, and I appreciate that. What really jumps out about it? What really jumps out about the Lawrence D. Adams experience? I got 4 people watching. I'm like, you looking, watching, trying to look for something, but I don't know how long I'm gonna go because I normally go later. I only go 11:30. My experience being on here is the honesty. I appreciate that because a lot of times people don't be transparent or they don't be honest. And so what happens is when they're not honest, they're giving false information or have truth information. Because everybody didn't win every day. We all have different things that happen to us where we had to it didn't work out for us. But if you can be honest about where you at, that makes all the difference. And I realize it's a delay. I think it's like a 2-minute delay or a minute delay. So when I say something, you probably gonna get to hear it afterwards. That's why I'm trying to listen to it on my want to talk, who want to chit chat, and I want to. People be secret watching. I tell you, secret watchers don't want to comment, don't want to say nothing. Wow, that's good to hear. That's good feedback right there. You said, let me see. I dig the way you carry yourself and your insight on things from a man's standpoint is very refreshing. I appreciate that. You know they are. Yeah. Can you elaborate that? Can you unpack it a little bit more? Why is it refreshing to hear from a man's point of view some of the things that I've been talking about recently? See how serious Leo is. Leo, don't hurt him, man. Don't hurt him, Leo. If you watching, you can leave a comment on what we're talking about. Why do you love the Lawrence D. Adams Experience show? Whatever the case, what I'm here. What caused? Because I see you watch. I see 4 people watching and me watching. So, what do you like about the show? What would you like to add? What things would you like to say about it? Say, hey, you can make an adjustment here. I like to hear more about this. I want to hear more about that. See, it's not about me. It's about the information I have to dispense in a particular subject matter. Can't remember the camera's right there. I might have to drop it down a little bit. No, I don't want to drop it. I want to leave Leo in the shot. Y'all can put something in the chat if you want to. That's just very true. You said because you tell people to value themselves and love themselves more and appreciate life for what it is. That's so true. See, that to me is real game. Everybody talking about the game is and this. No, when you appreciate your life and what you are and what you're doing, that's what makes the biggest difference. Then you a better person for other people. And see, that's what most people miss. And if people follow me on Instagram, the Instagram is Lawrence D. Adams. You see, I'm just the same way I live my life. That's Lawrence D. Adams on Instagram. So I do live the same life. I'm actually checking Instagram right now. So I live the same life. Most people don't live the same life. They only live a YouTube life or an Instagram life, and they don't live it. They have no receipt to show it. And Miss Old School, where are you located? What part of the country are you in? I don't think they miss it. I think it's just the truth is very difficult to accept nowadays. That's very true. That's very true. Very true. You in H Town, Houston, Texas. Never been there, but I've been to Dallas. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm here in Cleveland, Ohio. Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams. Cleveland, Ohio. So yeah, definitely. This is just a test run. I want to get it to a different audience. I know that's up at this time. Are you originally from Kansas City, Missouri? Okay, I hear you. I hear you. A lot of people from Kansas I see roll down to Texas. Oh yeah, I like this shot. This is nice. Yeah, this come out good. I like the lighting on this. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah, lighting on this. Everything comes. This is nice. Leo look good. What's up, Leo? Leo showing up good. It's more relaxed. So you have any questions for me, Miss Old School? And no, I'm not streaming from my phone. Anybody's wondering, no, I'm not. Leo looks good. Leo, man, Leo is the man, right? Do you hear me? Leo is the man. Nah, you can't have Leo. I found him when I was out shopping. I was actually getting some household products, cleaning products. So let me look over here at these pictures. And Leo jumped out of the frame. I said, I gotta have Leo. I gotta have him. Because it just his intensity of his eyes. Whoever got this shot of Leo, it's like he was on the hunt. He was so focused. So it's like, man, that's exactly what I want to look when I wake up every day and I walk into my living room. I want to see that intensity, and I want to give that intensity whatever I'm doing. So if you have any questions, yo, you can ask a question. And the music you get in the background, it's original. Wow, thank you. Okay, underrated mind. Will you create a video on how a man develops his sex appeal? Yes, okay. Yes, I will do a video on how a man can develop his sex appeal. As a matter of fact, stay right there. Let me write it down. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna get you right back. I see what you wrote. Let me get my pen. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So you asked, will you create a video on how a man can develop his sex appeal? Let me write that. How can a man? So you don't see most people don't do this. How can a man develop? That's a good way of saying it. Develop his sex appeal. Woo! If you're serious about it, I give you one way now. And how long have I been on YouTube? About 10 years. About 10 years. About 10 years I've been on YouTube. 10 years plus. I have another YouTube channel that's actually older than this one. And I can't get access to it and have some of my other videos on there when I did my radio show. So I got you right down. What's today's date? Today is the 13th, 2020. I got you down in my book on that question that you asked. It's 3/13/2020. Will I do a video? Good question. Good question. How does a man develop his sex appeal? If you really want to know one way, I can let me know that you're serious, that you want to know one way a man can develop his sex appeal. And when I tell you this way, you're gonna be like, man, you're 22, so please drop as many gems as you can. You're 22. 22, man. I remember when I was 22. Man. It was over 22 years ago when I was 22. Over 22 years ago. You're curious to hear this. Okay. Now, see, if I drop this, I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna delete this whole I'm gonna delete this live. I'm gonna delete this live. So one of the ways that you can develop this one simple way, you're like, man, it's so simple. It is so simple. If I tell you this one way. One way you develop your sex appeal is to believe that you are sexy. Under your like my pillow. You gotta get some winds underneath your I can't remember, the camera is right here. Let's go. Whoop, Leo. Let me get over in the shot. What you have to do is Let me take these out because this is hindering me. What you have to do is this. You have to believe that you are sexy. Everything starts internally. When it starts internally, when you realize that you develop your sex appeal first by believing that you are sexy. You have to believe it. Not only that you have to believe it because that sounds so cliche, but you actually have to see yourself as being sexy, that women find attractive. See, it has nothing to do with the external world until you deal with the internal world. It has nothing to do with the external world until you first start to deal with the internal world. And what are you saying, Lawrence D. Adams, LDA? You have to believe that you are sexy and women love you. 2, yes, but you only build confidence by having wins. So you got to get some wins underneath your belt. You got to believe that you're sexy, and you got to get some confidence. And 2, a lot of girls with sex appeal, your walk. When I walk into a room, Doc, I'm telling you, it's dangerous. The way I walk, the way I carry myself, the way I dress, all comes together to create this sex appeal. Another thing that creates your sex appeal is for a man to develop your sex appeal is this. You have a sense of mystery around you. Women cannot figure you out. Women can't figure you out. They're like, something about him. I can't figure him out. So they become curious about you. Man, why am I giving this? I'm gonna delete this. I'm deleting this. I'm deleting this. I'm deleting this. I shouldn't be sharing this. Y'all getting after the party, what's the hotel live, you getting after. But it's when you create a sense of mystery around you, where you're not so easy to figure out. You're not so predictable. That's when you create that sex appeal. It's when you slow down when you talk. I get that all the time from other men as well. Right. It's when you slow down. You don't talk real fast. See, when you talk real fast, and you got to slow down your pitch. Let me show you about the pitch in your voice when you talk. Right now, I'm talking from my diaphragm. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to lower my voice, and you're going to notice the difference. So what I'm taking right now is this. See what I'm talking about? You talk smoothly, and you talk in a rhythm. You talk in a rhythm. You talk confidently. Those who talk fast, you got to watch. It's when you talk slowly, when you're thinking about what you need to say, and to lower the pitch of your voice. That's what changes it. See, I changed the pitch of my voice just that quick. You can tell the difference. The reason I was talking in a higher pitch, because I was trying to push out more air. But as I talk in a lower pitch, you can see the difference. See, women, that sex appeal comes in your pitch of your voice. You got to train yourself to do that, to lower the pitch of your voice. When I'm talking to women on the phone, the pitch of my voice lowers down. And I talk slower. I'm more precise. And what happens is, it throws them into a trance. This might be too much to be sharing this time of night. If it's too much, let me know. I might need to stop. When you lower the pitch of your voice, and you talk, see, I lower the pitch of my voice, and you talk in a rhythm. See, you talk and you use body language. You use your body language. So my body language is talking. If I'm talking to a woman, there's certain things that I do. The way I move my hands, the way I gesture, the way I look away. This too much. Y'all want me to stop. See, just that quick, I'll show you how to lower my voice. And I keep lowering my voice because it shows that you relax. and that you're in control. You want to talk about sex appeal? That's sex appeal right there. So what kind of gems does it take for a man to be the seducer based on presence and not even saying much? That comes down to one, two, that comes down to some other things. I already gave the answer. Wow, from a woman's point of view, this is what a woman says. Because because coming from a woman's point standpoint shows that you're genuine and confident. See, when you slow down and your voice is slower. So if you want that presence, you have to work on your aura or your energy. See, my energy, your energy is reflecting what you think. What you think is always meeting people before you even start. So you want to have that presence that when you walk in a room, is what you meditated or what you thought about all day. Like if I go to an event, I already know that women are going to be attracted to me. I already have that in my mind. I don't even have to say nothing and women begin to attract to me. Why? Because of my mentality, not my mentality, but because of what I thought, my imagination. I'm giving up too much free game. Y'all, let me stop. I'm giving up too much free game. I'm giving up too much free game. I'm giving up too much free game. I'm giving up too much. This is too much because I haven't told you about how to lower your voice. I haven't told you how to get into your presence. So what you do is you go over in your mind your interaction with people, and you see yourself not saying a word and women being attracted to you, or you go into an interview and you get the interview, you get the job that you're looking for. But none of this happens until you work on yourself. That's why, let me get what you said. That's what really I became interested in your page, because you're being yourself. See, a lot of people are so phony. You catching me at 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and most people are not real. See, I just lower my voice and my whole persona change. I'm giving you the game because I was talking up here because I was excited. So when you're excited, you're telling me, I'm telling my story. But when you lower your voice and just really calm down, use your body language. You ain't got to be doing all these gestures, but you're 99% of a large percentage of what you say is done through your body language. And if you're confident in what you're saying. Matter of fact, let me lower the Leo in the shot. 1 second. Okay. There we go. That's 99% of what you're doing is what it is. Good. How long did it take for you to understand what you know? What are some of the practices that you learned along the way? Good question. How long? It took me years. First of all, to understand women, to understand female nature, to understand my nature, but also I'm a student of life. And when you become a student of life, you never stop learning. So that was the thing I learned. So when I wanted to start to learn about voice inflection, I studied about voice inflection. So it took me a minute to understand it and then implement it. What are some of the practices that you do to learn? You learn to what? One of the biggest things I learned to do is I learned to meditate. If you just journal it. See, a lot of times, I'm saying a lot of times, you need to keep a diary, or not a diary, a journal of your life. You can go back and you can say, oh, I'm at this place. You can see what's working and what's not working. So you create a manual about you. So it took me a minute to actually learn how to do these things and to be confident in them. Now, let me not make a mistake here. Of course, I made mistakes on the way. Yes, I had pitfalls. But what kept me going is I was consistent and keep learning. So how I became even better and say lower my voice with women, I study about voice inflection. How do I know about body language? How when a woman is talking to me, if she move her pelvis this way towards me, she's interested. If her foot moves, she's standing and her foot moves this way towards me, that's a sure sign that she's interested. If she begins to play with her hair, just subtle signals that women send to men to let them know they're interested. But most men miss the signals because they're so Google-eyed on how she looked. My first time seeing you, Deja, is that right? So it's so many nuances to it. Women are like, how can I say it? Are like an open book, but most guys can't read the braille. They're blind. They're blind to reading the book that women are giving in front of them. Women give the signals all the time, but most guys can't read the signals. They can't read the signals. So what happens is, it's a hit or miss for them. It's a hit or miss with them. So that's one of the ways. Another practice I do is meditation. So what I do is I relax my body from head to toe. Then I relax in my breathing. Then I go into a state that I see myself. I love the beach. I see myself in the beach, and the waters and the waves are hitting against my feet. Then I go into the scene that I want to meditate on. And then I go into that state and I begin to do it. The other way I learn different practices I do it, I actually do things. I test out. So I may go talk to a woman and I say, hey, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I test out to see if it works. See, most people know things in theory, but they don't know things in practicality. People are stuck in so much theory. So they get into a state of information paralysis. It's when you get out of the state of information paralysis, it's that you begin to do things. So a lot of times when people are getting rehab, when people go into rehab, they got to learn how to walk again. Most people never learn how to walk in different. They never learn how to walk in the knowledge that they have. We believe in ascending to the nirvana in the spiritual state. Okay. So, but a lot of stuff I learned also too is I had mentors. A mentor who actually took time and actually taught me these things. I had my own dad who actually taught me some things. So I just didn't act the stairs and just learn this all by myself. No, what I did was I took time to learn some things. Somebody's trying to send me a video. See what this is about. I don't know what this is. That's how I did that. So that's how that worked. So that's how I came to that place. I had mentors that were on the way. I had people who taught me, different teachers. I think of one teacher. She would spend like 4 hours on the phone with me, guiding me through some things that I needed to do. So I didn't just come to this place where I'm at now without people teaching me, people taking time to pour inside of me. It's only when you have become a student of life will you be able to learn these things. So underrated mind, thank you for those questions. Miss Old School 32, thank you. Deja, thank you. So anything else while I'm here? Anything else while I'm here? This is Lawrence D. Adams. You are up at it's 2:08 my time. So good time to hear. I'm glad you asked that question. What do you so is okay. So is it about finding an absolute or balance with you, Mr. Okay, good question. Okay, is it about finding the absolute balance? Is it about finding an absolute or balance with you, Miss Apple? Good question. This is the thing most people miss. Now I'm gonna get to your question next, Miss Old School. You need to find absolute truth, but you have to find, you need to find absolute truth. But also on the flip side, you gotta find balance. Most people are out of balance. They're too far spiritual that they're not practical. They're too far practical that they're not spiritual. Get that? They're too far spiritual. They're in the clouds all the time. They're floating around. They're seeing angels and seeing things and running around and all like that, but they're not practical. And some people are so practical that they're not spiritual. So there has to become a balance of the two. When there's a balance of the two, guess what happens? You enjoy life. So there has to be a balance in the absolute. So where am I from? I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, believe it or not. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, lived in different places, lived in Atlanta, lived in New Jersey, lived in New York, visited a lot of places, but I'm actually from Cleveland, Ohio. Down the street from boom, 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 boom. I live down the street from Bones. I used to live down the street from Bones Guns and Harmony. They live in East 99th. I lived in 118th. So it's actually literally down the block off of St. Clair. See, that's the only way I can get you to understand where I live. They lived on East 99th. I lived on 118th in St. Clair. I know you would make that reference if I said Bone. People are like, oh, okay, I know Bone Thugs and Harmony. Oh, you're a Pisces. Makes sense. Because you're talking to a Pisces. Fish going this way. I don't need to bring out my magic book. Fish going this way. It's amazing. Fish going this way and that way and this way. So Pisceans are very, very, they can be in the clouds all the time. They can be thinking and stuff. So they have to have people around them to make sure their feet are on the ground. Because if not, we are dreamers. We have a very strong intuition. I don't want to bring up my magic book because see, y'all trying to get me to get into stuff, and that costs you got to hit the Cash App for that. Got to hit the Cash App for that. Lawrence D. Adams, $, Lawrence D. Adams. But most people, birthday, my birthday is next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, March 18th is my birthday. Where's my intake on Scorpio? Scorpio, see? Y'all get into stuff I didn't want to get into. So I need to go get my magic book. Scorpios. It's interesting being a Pisces. I used to date a lot of Scorpios. Do I need to go get my magic book? I don't want to know if I want to go get my magic book. But I dated a lot of Scorpios, which was interesting. You cross them, they will sting you. There's no Scorpio. That little we get you. They love hard, from what I remember. And somehow they had a thing for Pisces. I don't know what it was. It's just the way things work. It just worked out for us. Pisces were something. I mean, not Pisces, but the Scorpio women I dealt with was just amazing. Good time. I mean, just be honest. We grown here. Good time in bed. But on the flip side, They can be, you got to watch them. That little stinger in the back there, they'll get you. But there's different levels of you when we talk about the signs. And most people only talk about the surface levels. So there's different levels to it. And the other thing is too, you said Scorpios are okay. I just can't stand Leos and Libras. See, this is the thing. When I study about this, but even with the signs, you can't let that be your all in all to determine who you should be with and who you shouldn't be with. That's only one slice and a very thin slice of the pie. Because you could be, say, a Leo with a Libra because of what time you were born. So it's a very thin slice when it comes to this. People take the signs as absolute and they don't have balance with it. Because every Scorpio woman was not right for me. Here now, Libra woman may be right. But if I'm focused on that I can only deal with Libra women, I only can deal with Scorpio women, I exclude all the Libra women who may be just right for me. So that's why it's so important not to get clothespin into one type. So it's just predictive science. It's just one piece of the puzzle. It's not all of it. So most people got to watch that. That's why I'm very careful about selling signs. So I'm a Pisces. I'm a Gemini. I'm a this. I'm a that. Okay, okay, great. Okay, great. But you're much more than that. That's just one sliver of you that may be true and it may not be, because there's so many nuances to you say you being a Scorpio or you being a Pisces. It's a lot to determine what time you were born. It's a lot to determine what was the where your moon was and what was the rising and so many nuances. So we can't clothespin people who may be good for us because they're not the sign that the is not right for us. But I do have one book that's pretty accurate. I do have a book that's very accurate. I don't know what I did with it. Where's it at? It's over there somewhere in my library. But I do have a book that's very, 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 very accurate, and then tells you who's compatible with you. And it's built partially on the signs, but it deals more with your birthday. Are you guys on Instagram? You can definitely add me on Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams. Lawrence D. Adams. You can add me right now on Instagram. I'll follow you right back. How do we know what's good for us? Sometimes infatuation can blind us. Good question. Let me get a little closer to this one. How do we know what's good for us? Sometimes infatuation can blind us. How do you know what's good for you when infatuation sometimes blind? The reason you know what's good for you is when you know yourself. Most people don't know themselves and they don't know what they want. So since you don't know yourself and you don't know what you want, you don't have a standard. You don't have a standard. Second of all, you don't have experience. See, a lot of times people don't have experience dating different type of people. So what happens is you see the first person come along. Oh my God, they're beautiful. They're lovely. I can't live without them. They're just the best. I can't do it. Right. But you haven't taken time to actually know yourself and taking time to get to know them. Now, let's be very clear. Women are more emotional. So emotions may blind you to what's right in front of you. And men can be emotional too, because we got a lot of men who are emotional too. But that emotion, but oh my God, he's just right. He does this, he does, and you're not looking. I'm not saying that you need to start looking for red flags, but you got to think, does this person fit what I want and what I need in my life? Sometimes our needs and our wants, they got to line up. They're not the same. What you want may not be what you need, because that person maybe that want is good for you right now, but that need is that person really pushing you to the next level. So definitely can add me on IG. Lawrence D. Adams. ADMS, yes. Hit the Cash App, the same thing. Lawrence D. Adams. So I got to put this in the chat room. They're asking tons of questions, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't spell my own name right. Got to put that in the chat room sometime. But yeah, definitely. Infatuation is only temporary. It's only temporary. Yes, I do. I'm going to tell you. It's not free. Yes, I do. I do consultations. But this is the thing about it with the consultations. One of the best ways to reach me is actually on Instagram. So if they can contact me on Instagram, then I do have a let me go to it right now. It's called The LDA Lifestyle. I'm going to go there right now on my phone, and they can set up a time to actually for consultation. Normally I'm free on Fridays. I'm putting this in LDA life.com. Let's go there and see what we got. Okay, we got to do it this way. So it's the LDA Lifestyle, but you got to do it through your phone, because if you don't do it through your phone, what's going to happen is it's not going to come up correctly. So let me put it in there it is. Did it come up? It's me visiting my own self. It does not. Okay. So I got to get this corrected. Book online. I think you can do that. Yep. If you go to, let me put this in the chat room. The LDA Lifestyle. I appreciate that, telling your friends about it. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, definitely. Tell your friends about it. I'll sit down and talk with them. But I'm here to tell you is not free. Now you can see my lockout. I think I have over 100 books in my library. I'm looking at it right now, and pretty much all the books I read, and I have books I'm behind in now. Deja, do you have a channel? Anyone else is watching? Good questions right now. You called me. This is amazing. And I can tell when you hit the website, it's the LDA lifestyle. There you go. Somebody from Jersey. I see you, baby. Whoever it is from Jersey, somebody just hit it. What you do is go to the top and you can see booking. Or even put your email in. I see somebody. One of the best ways to reach me, though, first is to hit me on IG. Get me on IG, hit the DM. I can definitely get at you. Any more questions? Let me see if I can find this book, because I think some people were talking about, you want to know about this book. All right, I'm back. I am back. So this is one of the books. See, I'm not going to show you the title of it. This is one of the books right here. And so we talk about, everybody talking about different science and things like that. This is the book I use. This is the book I use right here. See, I'm not showing you what it is. It's one of the books I do. It deals with your birthday. This is my own personal book, definitely. So while we're here, we did this before last week. This book is called Love Notes. And I'm going to put the link in there. Hopefully I can get in right here. Hopefully it's saved. If you're liking the music in the background, let me know in the chat room. Are you liking the music in the background? Liking the music in the background. Liking the music in the background. Hold on, I'm looking up something right quick. Velvet Love Notes. There we go. So we want to share it. Let's see what we got here. URL. Got it. Okay. Let's put this in there too. But this book right here. Almost showed it. Let me put it this way. Y'all be trying to figure out what it is. How can I find a book that look like this? Any more questions while we're here? Deja, Miss Old School. Any more questions while I'm here? Okay, Miss Old School asked a question. Okay, you know, I just asked a man the same question. A lady in here asked you about the practices he learned along the way in his life. He just laughed at me. I don't understand why he laughed. This is the thing. Sometimes men can articulate how they did it. Somehow they don't even know how they did it. They just know they got there. And sometimes they laugh because it's a sinister laugh. Like, yeah, I would tell you, but I ain't gonna tell you. So that's the case sometimes. I can move this. I forgot I can move this because it's that camera. Oh, okay. There we go. I forgot about that. That's even better. I'm used to this. I'm using two cameras, so it's a difference. So yeah. Some people don't know how they got to the place they got to. So they don't know how to articulate it. I'll tell you one thing, I read a lot. I talk to a lot of people. I have mentors. I made a lot of mistakes. Things I'm not proud of. I'm still trying to figure out men at my age. So this is the thing. You're trying to figure out men at your age. I'm not sure how old you are. Men are very simple. Men are very simple. All you got to do, men. Oh, you're young. You're 39. Okay, you're young. Men are simple. I hate to say it so blunt, clearly like this. Men want a woman that brings them peace. I did a video. I did a podcast on there. Do you offer a lap for men to lay their head in? That means you offer a place of peace for them. You ain't arguing, bickering with them. They want cooperation. They want a hot meal. And of course, they want hot sex. And can you support them in their dream? Can you understand them? Sometimes men just want you just to listen. They don't want you to give the advice. Baby, you should do that. You should have been did that. I don't know why you didn't do it. They're not looking for their mother. And sometimes women get into a motherly role with the men that they with, which is dangerous because no person can make love to their parent. A woman can't make love to her son, and nor can a father make love to his daughter. If not, if they do, it's called incest. It's called rape, molestation. So men are very simple. Learn how to stroke the man's ego. I just gave you a whole bunch in just that one little gesture. Learn how to stroke a man's ego. Men are simple, very simple. Very simple creatures. That's how and it's funny because men on the other side be trying to figure out women. I say women are so simple. We only make it hard because the culture says that we can't come together and agree. We are very, very easy to figure out. We're simple creatures when it comes to it. We only think we're complicated. The lie that we're told that we're complicated. I hope that makes sense. Uh-oh, you smiled on that one. Men don't require a whole bunch of stuff. On the right man see the right man. Let me get on this. The right man. And what happens is a lot of women deal with men that are not right for them. Because the right man is going to challenge you. The right man is going to grow you. The right man is going to take you to the next level. The right man is going to say, hey, I need you to get to the next level. See, the right man. See, so a lot of times women are dealing with the wrong kind of men. They're dealing with men who are low level, who don't expect nothing in life. See, it drives a woman crazy when a man doesn't have ambition. He don't want to do nothing with his life. He's comfortable where he is right now. See, that's the reason why you got to change. Women have to change their mindset. If you want a man, the right man, he's going to put you up on game. He's going to put you how to get your money right. He's going to put you how to, hey, let's do this. Let me help you. If you need to lose weight, let me help you in getting your weight. The right man, he's going to get you because he is the leader. See, a lot of times with those things off is when the man is not the leader, though somebody has to be the leader in the relationship. So who naturally takes the lead? The woman. Throws the whole dynamic of everything off. That's why it's so important that you choose the right men. So that's the problem. See, a real man, a leader. This is what it's going to be. This is where we're going. This is what I need you to do. That makes a difference. See, people don't want to hear that. Some women don't want to hear that in this age of being independent. But every time I talk to a woman who says she's independent, guess what she's looking for? The leader inside of me. That's what it is. She's looking for the leader inside of me. I don't care how independent she is or what kind of job she has. No woman can bear that burden all the time. She has to take her Wonder Woman cape off. She has to take her Wonder Woman cape off. She has to take her Wonder Woman cape off. You have to say, hey, I can't do it all on my own. I need a man. See, in this age of I can do it all by myself. I don't need no man. I'm old. I'm sort of older. So used to be a commercial. Charlie, I can cook up the bacon. I can fry it in the pan. And I'm a chop. No. You were never designed that way. We were designed for each other. And what happens is we've been sold a bill of goods that you are the enemy and you are the enemy. So the man has been sold the bill of goods that the woman is the enemy, and the woman has been sold the bill of goods that the man is the enemy. So if we believe each other the enemy, how can we dare get along with each other? We can't get along when we believe each other is the enemy. Or you are the succubus. You ain't no good. You a hoe. You ain't this. Vice versa. You ain't nothing but a dog. You got a bunch of women. We keep attacking each other like the other person is the enemy. That's what's keeping us apart. The reality of it is, I'm going to be very honest. The whole game is to keep you apart. Because people make money off of people's dysfunction. People make money off of other people's dysfunction. That's what the problem is. And two people realize it's their dysfunction that's stopping them. People make money off of it. The man's not the enemy. The woman's not the enemy. The enemy is always within. Is this too much? Let me cut this stream. This might be too much. This may be too much. This may be too much for a woman wants a leader. She wants a visionary. She wants a man who, when he says something, he means it. And vice versa. But all this other stuff that we have, it does nothing for the woman. Let's be very clear. Let me say it another way. It does not make the woman excited. It does not make the woman wet. And vice versa. Ain't no man want no hackling woman. No man want no hackling woman. Always complaining something ain't right. This ain't right. That ain't right. This ain't going right. No woman, no man wants that. Too many women hackle too much, crackling, and this ain't right. And then whoa. People get into relationships. Men and women get into relationships and forget how to take care of themselves. You should not allow yourself to go down once you're in a relationship. That's when you're in a relationship, that's when you need to be on your P's and Q's. Keep that weight together. Keep your beard together. And the man, the woman, keep that dress together. Don't be coming in with that old tore, messed up gown you go to bed in every night. House shoes wore out, leaning to the side. No. The game starts. Game is forever. Some people, as soon as they get the person, they let themselves go. Oh, this is just relationship weight. It's relationship weight away. All right. Yeah, it is relationship weight. And you gaining it. You forgot how to keep your hair together, breath stinking. Why? Because you perceive that you got the person already. I'm going to be honest. I've been independent for so long. I would like a king to have a connection with. See, that's the problem too. See, we're you're an hour or so, I think an hour behind me, whatever. So it's about 1:30 there, 1:39 there. All the independent jargon and rhetoric that's been fed to a lot of women, not just you or you, doesn't help when 3 o'clock in the morning you're in the bed by yourself. It does not help when you're 3 o'clock in the bed and you're by yourself. So many women have taken the independent pill, Miss Independent, Neo, Miss Independent, INEEE, all that. And what happens is no woman was designed, really, no person was designed to be alone. You want, but we've been sold a bill of goods. On here, the red pill, ain't no women no good. Necktie, I'm going my own way. Here, the women say I'm going independent, and they miss each other, passing in the wind. Only to get together when they have sex, and they're quick and they go, if they even have sex. That's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. Most people are so caught up that they miss it. They miss it. They completely miss it. I believe that I need a man to call my own, have a connection with. A lot of men found me intimidating. The only reason they found, let me tell you why they found you intimidating. Let me be clear why these men found you intimidating. I'm gonna be clear. I don't know if I want to say it. Somebody in the chat room besides Miss Old School tell me, want me to get a reason why these men found her intimidated. There's 3 people watching. I see you 3 people watching. You watching. I see you watching. Do you want to know the reason why these men found her intimidating? Oh, I got the answer. Yeah, 4 people watching. You want to know why the men find her intimidating? I'm gonna tell you the reason, the number one reason why these men found her intimidating. Besides her, somebody else in the chat room respond. All you got to do is say, "I want to know." Tell us. I'm gonna tell you why these men found her intimidating. If you want to know why these men found her intimidating, I'm going to give the answer, but I need somebody else besides her inside, because I see 4 people watching. I need somebody else in the chat room to say something. It's good. They must be intimidated in the chat room. Give me the reason. You want to know the reason why they found her intimidating? It really had nothing to do with her. Thank you. Let's hear it. Money Man Ray. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Money Man Raheem. Thank you. The reason why they found her intimidating is because they put her on a pedestal. You can never be intimidated by something that you put on a pedestal. So they were so taken back because she was independent. She had this together. She had that together. That they viewed her status and where she was at with where they were at, and they put her on a pedestal. The moment they would have knocked her off the pedestal and say, "Hey, good, I don't care what you did or what you have done," and this came real straight direct with her, it would have changed. Most people that's the problem with most men. They put women on pedestal. So they're intimidated by a woman to have their stuff together because they put this because they put her on a pedestal and because they don't have their stuff together. That's the real reason. Let's be very, very clear. It's because they don't have their stuff together. I can't be, nobody can intimidate me. I don't, what? What can you prove to me? What can you do to me? Let me do this. Lower my voice. What can you do to me? Come on, really. It's when you put the woman on the pedestal. They put her on a pedestal. They compare her apples with their apples. She had 4 apples, they only have 2. They say, well, I guess I can't talk to her because I don't have my stuff together. Wrong mindset. And it does what I mean not putting a woman on this, but that don't mean disrespect her or treat her like crap. That means that you're not moved by that. Plain and simple. That's real game. That's real game right there. That's the only reason why they were intimidated about you. That's what it comes down to. Six people watching. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. You got to realize you're only intimidated because you feel that you're valued. It's because of your value. When a man values himself, he's not worried about being intimidated by anybody else. I'm not intimidated by Barack Obama. Can't be. Why? I'm a man just like he is. I show respect to him, but I'm not intimidated by him. Because why? I'm not putting him on a pedestal. I'm using that as an example. It's because a lot of people don't value themselves enough. You got to place value on yourself. So you got to think, Miss Old School, what kind of men a lot of men don't value themselves enough. That's the reason why they're intimidated by you. They don't value themselves. They don't believe that they are the, you know what. Is that true, Miss Old School, what I'm saying? And women can know when a man is intimidated by her. They can feel it. Like, it's going to be all bad. He's going to be doing all kind of He's going to be doing all kind of scatting and doing all, driving and doing all kind of stuff. Hey, how you doing? What you doing? Let me text you right now. What's going on? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You want to go where? When a man is not intimidated, he sets his tone. He sets the tone of the interaction between them two. Hey, I need you ready Friday night. Put on that red dress. Put them heels on. We going to eat. I see you at 7. Bye. That's the difference. When a man operates like that, guess what happens? It takes the woman and pushes her out of her independence and pushes her into her femininity because he's in his masculine. And most time people are in their wrong polarity. So a lot of men are not in their polarity in masculinity, and a lot of women are in their masculinity. So the job of the man is to get her, if she's too far gone that way, is to get her into her femininity. When she's in her femininity, she can rest. Her nerves are calmed down. There's no stress from her. She doesn't lose her hair. She's not overeating because she's in her femininity. And the problem is we got a lot of men who are in their femininity and it's throwing them off. And because it's throwing them off, that is the problem. See, most people don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear this. This is simple 101. Is this true? Am I telling the truth or I'm telling a lie here? And another thing is, I love hearing this. That's why I asked. I hear you. Another thing is, most men, they put too much value. The reason why they're intimidated too. The reason why they're intimidated also, they put too much value on the womb. And when I mean the womb, I'm not talking about just the womb. I'm talking about her goods. They're so thirsty to have sex. So they put so much value on it. So they intimidated that she's going to give it up or she's not going to give it up. That's the issue. Too many people, I don't know, I'm gonna get it or not. So they put so much value on the woman's womb that it throws them into a place of intimidation. When you don't value it, it's given to you. That makes that seems so counter tuition to say, if I don't value getting the sex, I get sex. Yeah. When it's not important to you, you get it. Yeah, that's how it works. So simple. It's almost like they just give it to you. Whoop, it drops right in your lap. Because you're not pressed about it. See, most men are pressed about it because they're driven by their lower nature. And as the pimps would say, you need to put your dick in your pocket. That means you're more driven by your money or your purpose. When you do that, women will find a way to give it to you, to throw it at you, to walk past you. I seen it happen to me last week. I'm standing at this mixer, masquerade mixer. Seen the girl shake her butt in the circle with her friends. She made a beeline, not a straight line, a beeline. She seen me. We caught eyes. She made a beeline, and this happened to stand right next to me. So what do I do? Because I'm watching everything. I grab her. Hey, I seen you over there dancing like that, shaking your thing. Oh, you did? Yeah, I did. I'm just saying I seen you. And let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Just let her go. Why? See, most guys play the short game. I'm playing the long game. I play the long game. Most guys play I want to hit it and quit it. Hit it and quit it. Hit it. No, I'm playing the long game. Because the behind is not what I'm after. I'm after her mind. Because once I have a woman's mind, I have her behind. Once I have her mind, I have her behind. So what do you think is going to happen with the young lady that I seen that made a beeline to? And I grabbed her and whispered something in her ear. Say, I seen you checking your thing. She's going to be thinking about me because I didn't chase after her. This too much. This too much. This too much. Secret watchers are watching, but this is too much. This too much. I shouldn't be sharing all this. I shouldn't be sharing all this. Y'all need to hit that cash app on this. It's like 3 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the morning. You need to hit the cash app on this. You secret watching is $ Lawrence D. Adams. Always mess them up. Lawrence D. Adams. So this is right here. You ain't gonna get anywhere. That's how it works. That's how it works. When you throw the kitty cat off the pedestal, Cats, you become catnip to women. You drive them crazy. That's right. I'm gonna let you. Yeah. Most guys don't know how to get into women's minds. You know why? Because they're so driven by the behind. When you know how to talk to a woman in such a way that it starts to rain inside of her panties, it's a done deal. But most of you guys got women in a desert, Mojave Desert. Why? Because you don't have a verbal skills to do that. You're chasing too much after trying to get it, trying to get sex. No, 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 no. The greatest sex organ is a woman's mind. The greatest sex organ in a man is also his mind. Because a woman can say things to a man that will have him saluting all saluting. He be on salute. You salute, salute, salute. You on salute. Salute. What's going on, Golden Child? What's going on, bro? This is just real game right here. Real game right here. Once you, just the thing, most guys don't know how to talk to the woman's mind. You should be causing a tsunami inside of a woman's pants. But most of you guys are so dry, so she's so dry dealing with you. Is this too much, Miss Old School? Am I telling the truth or am I lying? You're a woman and you listening. Miss Old School, I need you to comment. Is this what I'm saying the truth? Is this the truth, Miss Old School? See, I got women watching. I want the women to say, is this what I'm saying is the truth or I'm making this up? See, very true. Very true. Any other woman that's watching? Facts. That's what I'm telling you. That's what it is. That's what it is. Most people don't know how to do that. Most men don't know how to do that. It's an art and science to this, where you can touch a woman with your words. You can touch a woman with your words. I'm giving so much tonight away for free. I think I'm going to delete this. Let me see. Men, I'll show it. Men overvalue pussy because of scarcity mindset. There is more pussy on the planet than water. Oh my freaking God. So true. You know why they value it? And this please honest, because I got women in here, and I don't want the women to think that I'm in any way disparaging them and saying that they're not valuable. What I am saying is this: they are valuable, but I want to get the truth of the matter here. Scarcity mindset believes that there's not enough. Abundance mindset says there's enough. A woman can tell when you're in a scarcity mindset or in an abundance mindset. And I guarantee you, a woman is relatively more attractive to a man who is in an abundance mindset. They like men that other women like. They want to be with men that other women like. The reason why a lot of women like Denzel Washington, because a lot of other women like Denzel Washington. So the fantasy or they want is, if I can get him, I'm better than all the other women. I'm not repeating that because that is definitely some good. If that right there is above what you would ever hear anywhere else. So you got to understand how the female nature works. Women don't want a man that nobody else want. Are you with Joe? Good. Girl, Joe don't look. You with Joe? Oh my God. They want someone that they can go back and talk to their girlfriends about and say, ooh, you know, Joe. They may not say everything, but they say enough to say, yeah, Joe's a nice cat. Geez, this and that. That makes the woman feel good. That strokes the woman's ego. That's what it comes down to. And so what happens is most people don't understand the simple dynamics of it. You have to, I'm a master. Do you hear me? I am a master at the mind. I didn't start yesterday, and I didn't start the day before. But I'm a master at getting into the woman's mind and causing a rainforest to take place, causing them to get into their imaginations. I'm a master at it. And also somebody says, well, how do you do it, Lawrence D. Adams? I know that's probably the next question. I probably need to do a course on it, on how to do that. And women can do it also too. Because I had some women who did that to me too. They had me going for a minute. I'm like, whoa, hey, wait a minute. She was just texting some things. She was just saying some things to me. Had me on, had everything on standby. Because we learned people don't know how to communicate anymore. On this social media lifestyle, this social media way of life, people forget how to communicate with each other, how to talk, how to say hello, how you doing, what did you eat? If a woman is beginning to say to a man, what did you eat today? How was your day? Do you know what that would do with the average man because he don't receive that? That would melt the average man down. I didn't eat nothing today. Oh, you didn't? I was just thinking about you then. How would you see? Some women know how to seduce men. The thing of it is, men got to know how to seduce women, and it all starts in one place, and that's in the mind. This may be too much. I may need to cut this live off. Do I need to cut this live off, or do y'all want some more? Y'all want some more? I need to cut it off. Got 6 people watching. I see you what? Said I need more. Keep it cooking, huh? Keep it cooking. Keep it cooking, huh? See, a lot of women have only a lot of men and women. Let me put it this way. A lot of men and women have only had, I'm going to say it this way, regular sex. And I don't know why I'm talking about sex. Who needs to hear this? I don't know, but I'm talking about it. They have not tapped into the deeper reservoirs of their sexuality. And what I mean by that, of their sexual nature, that of a woman and that of a man. So when a man begins to open up a woman and open up her reservoir of hidden sexuality that's been waiting to be given out, poured out, that woman now is going to become attached to that man. And when that man opens up his deep reservoir of sexual prowls on her, it changes him. See, a lot of men are too passive in the bedroom. They need to be dominant. And a lot of women have not been, in lack of terms, have not been broken open. Their sexuality is encapsulated and it hasn't been opened up. And when it begins to open up, the nectar of it is so sweet. It will cause her to crave that man. It will cause her to crave that man. Because that man took her to a place in her mind that she would thought she would never go. Places she never thought of. Yeah, most women don't even have orgasms during sex. That's so true. You know why? Two reasons. There's several reasons why. The reason why the woman had not become comfortable in her sexuality. The woman has not become comfortable in her sexuality. She doesn't know her body. She doesn't know what makes her have an orgasm, where she needs to be touched at to get her off. Next, the man has not been skilled on how to get that woman off. The man has not been skilled enough to learn the signals of the woman's body, to learn how to get her off. They think that all women are the same when it comes in the bedroom. Some women need to be touching their chest. Some women need to be touching their legs. Some women need to be, whatever the case may be, whatever you're doing. But you got to listen and pay attention to what the women are saying. You got to pay attention. Women in the bedroom give signals. The problem is a woman can have sex with you, but her mind is on the kids and on what she got to make for lunch, and the report is due the next day. The object of the man is to bring the woman into the session or into the scene. The objective of the man is to bring the woman to bring her mind connected with her body into the scene. And a lot of times a woman's mind is on 101 things. A woman's mind is on 101 things. You know why? Because the man hasn't brought the woman's mind into oneness with her body. The man hasn't brought the woman's mind into oneness with her body. Am I telling the truth, Miss Old School? See, the orgasm starts in the individual's mind. Most women, let me repeat this, are not comfortable in their body. Two, when a woman has an orgasm, she's in a place where she's most vulnerable. What I mean, she's vulnerable because she does not have control in that moment. Her body's out of control. So she can't trust that. She can't trust every man with her orgasm. She can't trust every man with it. You know why? Every man is not responsible enough with it. So what she do is she'll fake it. Knowing that she didn't have an orgasm. But when she can lay back into it, because she's in a place of being vulnerable and she's open, her defenses are down. Her defenses are down. And she's giving her body this moment to this man. Let me talk about the men. A lot of men don't realize that they're only looking to ejaculate when a man can have orgasms just as a woman. Right. And that's where ecstasy comes into play. Very true. See, a man has to get to a place where he's not chasing the next ejaculation. Man, I'm sharing too much tonight. I should not be sharing this. I should cut this off. This is better than what I did. This beats out everything I talked about on all of this right here. Because this is the stuff I'm concrete on. I'm on concrete on all that too. But this I can flow on it. Don't share no game. So this is where it is. When a woman enters into what her mind connects with her clitoris, it's like hitting the right string on a guitar. And once it's hit, it sends vibrations through her body. So her orgasm should not be isolated to just one area. It should go up her leg, up her back, up her spine. She should feel it in other areas of her body. I know my contemporaries and other YouTubers like, you shouldn't be sharing this. You're giving away the game for free, man. You're giving it away. You're giving it away. If this is helping somebody, I need somebody to say this is help. This is what I need to hear. That's why you got 7 people watching. And like, if this is what you, if this is what you really, this is 3 o'clock in the morning my time. If this is on point, let me know in the chat room, or I'm gonna stop. Six people watching. I know 2 people just comment. What about the other people just sneaking watching? If this is on point, you ain't never heard this, is fire. You okay? Good. That's what I want to hear. Miss Old School said it can be the slightest touch. It will drive a woman crazy. The slightest touch. The slightest touch. So this is the other side of it too. In the midst of that, you got to know how to give. A man needs to know how to give a woman commands. And what I mean by give a woman, you can command a woman to see a woman's orgasm can be as quick as that, or it can be as long as she desires it. Repeat that again. So a woman orgasm can be quick, or it can be longer. See, most people chase the quick one instead of chasing the long one. So there's things that a man can do and say for her to cause the orgasm to be longer. So it keeps going, 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 keeps going, where she is to the point where she can't take it anymore and she goes to sleep. Just too much, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm glad I took a nap, because I normally be knocked out right now. You said I've chased the long ones before, and they are no Jay. The long ones, where it just keep coming. It's like an earthquake. So the first rumbling happens, boom, 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 boom. Then it keeps going stronger, 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 and it keep going, 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 going. But most guys don't pay attention to the signals. There's things you can say verbally, and there's things that you can do physically to get that woman so that she can have that long orgasm. And there's things that women can do to get that man to that point too. This is too much, too much, too much. I'm glad I took a nap today. It's almost like they come. That's right. They come simultaneously. That is very true. It's very true. You hear it from a woman. It's not just this not LDA just talking out the side of his neck. You hear it from a woman. They come simultaneously, back to 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 back. They come back to back to back to back to back to back to back. So that's the power of it. But most women, as our bank said, have not experienced that. It comes to the woman being comfortable with her body. Second of all, not being ashamed of her body. Third of all, she knows her body. A lot of women do not know their body. They do not know what turns them on or what drives them crazy. So it's important. I can do it right now while I'm on the phone. I think I can. No, I can't. It hasn't even uploaded yet. I guess when it uploads, it would do it. Yeah, when it uploads, it would do it. But yeah, real quick, I appreciate that, Gordon Child. So that's the power of it. Most men need to master the art, and I'm not going to use what our bank said, but master the art of learning how to make love to the woman's mind. Then there's the point where, y'all ready for this? You don't even have to be next to her. She can be 635 miles away from you. And you can cause her to have an orgasm. 635 miles away from you. And she can have an orgasm from you. How is that happen? How do you do that? Who want to know about that? Right. That's that advanced, I call it my Jedi stuff. Where the woman, I remember this woman, I was in Atlanta, she was in Pensacola, Florida. So we got to talking on the phone. And I got to talking to her. And what I did was, I told her that I was going to touch her on her right thigh. She thought I was crazy. But sure enough, she felt me touch her on her right thigh. She felt the energy, because energy is not confined by space or time. Now, I never met that woman to that point. So when she did come to Atlanta, what do you think happened? Somebody tell me, if I was able to touch her on her thigh, what do you think happened when she came to Atlanta? Somebody give a couple answers in the chat room. What do you think happened when we met in Atlanta? When we finally met in person? Somebody tell me what happened when I met the woman from Pepsi Cola after I touched her without seeing her. She got she got pregnant. Nah, she didn't get pregnant. She was ready to explode. Somebody else tell me what else happened. What happened to the woman? She didn't get pregnant. I'll tell you that much. Her dreams were met. She was ready to feel the real thing. Exactly right, besides the pregnancy. The time I touched her, when she got a hotel, she was so excited that when I touched her, she was already at 1,000 on first meeting. Was her hypergamy involved? Nope. Was how much money I had? Nope. Was my status? Nope. How I look? Nope. All I had to do is I knew how to verbally and energetically touch her in the place she hasn't been touched before. So she was about ready to explode. Immediately, the first thing I remember so I remember she was a nurse. She immediately, I've been through that. So she was a nurse, and I recall what she did was she was so turned on. She showed me her breast. But once again, the key was I didn't put it on the pedestal. Her heart raced, her temperature was rising. She just butterflies completely. That's what it was. We make it so complicated. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's so easy. Guys got to get their verbal skills together. They have to learn how to get their imagination. And two, it's not always using dirty words. There's not always using dirty words. I'm giving so much game out tonight, man. I'm giving too much away. I probably need to go to sleep. I'm giving too much. I'm giving too much away. I'm giving too much away. I might have cut the camera off. Cut the camera off. I'm giving too much away. I'm giving too much away. I'm giving too much away. Cut the camera off. I'm giving too much. I'm giving too much away. Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this. If you want, I'm going to cut the camera back on. I'm going to cut the camera back on. Let me know you really want this. You ain't saying nothing in the chat room. I'm going to keep the camera off. Oh, it can be the slightest whisper in her ear. Okay. You don't have to use dirty words. You got to know when to use those words. As you can see on my stream, I really don't cuss. I really don't. I don't need to. It can be, I remember texting this one individual. I was working at General Motors at the time. And I was texting her about I said, what did you eat for lunch? I said, I had a hot dog. In a bun. And I had ketchup and mustard. Simple conversation has so many sexual innuendos in it that she got excited. He said, what are you talking about? Because all I said was I had a hot dog and had a bun. That's right. It's all in how you say it and what you say. Yes, it goes a long way. So she knew. She said, "Oh, you had a hot dog. Well, how long was the hot dog? Oh, I would love for you to. My buns are already toasted." She began to automatically begin to frame herself inside of the conversation only about lunch. It's that simple. It's that freaking simple. Yeah, I gotta go to the gym. Gotta go to the gym tomorrow. This coronavirus got people scared to go to the gym. I gotta go to the gym tomorrow and work out. But you see what I'm saying? The power of words. The power to know when to text and when not to text. It's powerful. See, the problem that most guys are, they just want sex. I want sex now. You got to know when to push that button. When to inject the conversation of sex. This is a skill. It's like dancing. Thank you. Lawrence D. Adams is a visionary, mastermind genius. I appreciate that, brother. But it's a skill on how to get into the woman's mind. Women only leave little breadcrumbs of when they want to talk about it. Because guarantee you, women talk about sex maybe more than men. And let's be very clear so you understand this. I want to almost cut the music right now. Women want sex more than men. Salute to you, my king, LDA. I appreciate that. Women want sex more than men. Women want sex more than men. They are hornier more times than they were ever admit. Women want sex more than men. Until men understand that and relax in it and go, women want sex more than men. But they'll never tell you that or lead on to that. Why? Because they don't want to be judged or be viewed as a whore or a hoe or a slut. But if you take your judgmental eyes off of women, take those lenses off, I'm not judging a woman's sexual desires, you'll see that women want sex more than men. And then the reality of it is, if women were to open up the full Pandora box of their sexuality to a man, most men couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it. Women want sex more than men. Once you realize that, it changes the whole dynamic. The question is now is, how can I get this woman to have sex with me? Because she's so horny. And women are more horny. Women are more horny than what you think. Women are more hornier than what you think. They are. It's just plain and simple. They are more horny. They want it more than you want, more than you think. Some of you guys are just 1-2 minutes, and you're done. You're like a little rabbit who could, or the little train who could. But women want sex more than you think. And what happens is, women only get sex can I say it, on the third grade level, while they're looking for a master in the bedroom. Women get sex on a third grade level while they're looking for someone with a master or a PhD in the bedroom. And what I mean is, yeah, you stroke grammar. No. PhD and getting it up here. Is that true, Ms. Old School? That's where it is. I have to emphasize that women want sex more than men. If I can tell you the number of women who want sex, but the number one thing that stops me is he gonna think I'm a slut? Is he gonna think I'm a hoe? Or is he gonna judge me? Is he gonna talk to me afterwards? They go through this whole conversation inside of here. If I give it up, what are you gonna think? Is he gonna think I'm just a one night stand? What is he gonna think? They're all going through this whole thing in their mind. Very good point. You have to stroke her ego as well as she strokes yours. Very true. So all the 8 people watching, and I see you watching. You got LDA Raw after dark, 3:31 in the morning, talking this ism, talking this. But every man can get the woman off. See, my expertise is the level of the mind. Every person has, every man has, or every dating coach, whatever you want to call, I don't know, whatever. Mine is master the mind. I will get the woman's mind. Because if I have her mind, guess what? I have her behind. If you're watching, hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So, like I said, a lot of women want sex more than men. And a lot of women want to be talking dirty after dark, raw after darkism. All right, I see y'all. I see what you're saying. But a lot of women and most guys don't have verbal skills in the bedroom, not just stroke skills, but your verbal skills in the bedroom. Yes, grown folks edition for sure. Most guys don't have the verbal skills in the bedroom. Now, let's say outside the bedroom, inside of the bedroom. They don't have the verbal skills inside of the bedroom. See, I have to remind you, you always got to bring the woman back into her mind to connect with her body. Her body can automatically do what it needs to do. 2, 1, 2. But when her mind connects from their mind all the way down to her behind, oh, it's a whole different story. But it takes the man to bring that out. It takes the man to bring that out. It takes a man, not a passive man. Are you okay? Did I do that right? Was it good for you? Don't ask that question, man. Was it good for you? No, don't ask. Don't ever. Was it good for you? Don't do that. That's showing that you're insecure. You better know when you're doing it that it's good for her. Listen to what she said. The verbal skills are a plus for me in the bedroom because it makes the woman's and have inhibitions unlimited. If you can talk to the woman while you doing what you're doing, you would take a woman and you would cause her to be you take her on a ride that would drive her crazy. So never ask, was it good for you? Who's your daddy? No. No, 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 no. You got to know what to say in the bedroom. You got 9 people watching. If this is good game, y'all need to hit. I'm sharing some stuff I don't normally share on my regular page. I don't share this information. I don't even share this. Y'all need to show some appreciation, put some love on that Cash App on this one. You 3 o'clock in the morning watching this, you probably at work like, oh, this guy dropping some ism. It ain't even ism. I don't want to say this is just grown folks conversation. Cash App is simple. Just drop a. You can't drop coins on there. Drop some cash on that. But definitely, the woman. And if you say it in her ear, I heard what you said, Miss Old School, earlier. That didn't go past me. If you say it in her ear with authority, let me say that again, with authority. No. Hi, baby. No. Move over. What did I say? This is mine. It's a sense of ownership that you got to get into in the midst of it. That's the key. So all you young bucks wanted to know what you want to know this game right here. I'm giving it. I don't know if I might delete this. I might delete this one. I might delete this one, Golden Child. Because nobody ain't never heard me spit like this before. No, nobody's panel, nothing. Never heard me spit like this before. Never. I never share this side of it. Maybe because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. But I want you to realize once you do that, it's called verbal foreplay. I like that, Miss Old School. Verbal foreplay. And what does it do to you women when you hear verbal foreplay? What does it do, Miss Old School? What does verbal foreplay do for you, or do for women in general? I don't want to say just you. You got too many men, they probably get thirsty around here. What does verbal foreplay do for you, Miss Old School? What does verbal? This is a see. I got a woman in here, so you guys can hear directly from the woman. What does verbal foreplay do for you? So the kind of what it does for me is it's kind of hard to explain. See, before I even say that, she came and explained it. Tells you enough right there. Golden Child said, "That's facts, LDA. You cooking on all the panels. I appreciate that." You gotta understand the verbal foreplay takes a woman. It takes the sex to the next level. Correct. Now, when you take the sex, verbal foreplay, and you take the energetically on another foreplay, it's done. She's done. She's done. Matter of fact, you would be done. You'll both be sleeping like babies. Like, wake up. Wake up. Sleeping like babies. It takes my mind to a whole nother level of intimacy and vulnerability. Did you see what she just said? A woman is responding to that. That's what happens. So you get the regular part, the physical side, then you get to mental, and then you get the spiritual, the energetic side of it. When all three of those connect on all three tiers, what happens is for the man and the woman, it causes such. What happens is you should be so lost in the act that you forget where you at, what day it is, what time it is, and how long you've been doing it. It's crazy when I get a woman and we get into a rhythm. We get into a rhythm. Our bodies begin to get into a rhythm. And we begin to make, it's almost, we get in such a rhythm that it's almost like we're making music inside of having sex. Y'all, this is too much for y'all. This is too much. This grown. Let me hold on, I gotta get something. This is too much. Once it all comes together, it's a beautiful thing. Hold on, I gotta get something right quick. All right, I'm back. All right. So what happens is a lot of times men and women have not become in rhythm while they're having sex. They're just having sex. We hear LDA in the words of Martin. Okay. See, a lot of people don't know how to talk about this. See, I'm telling you, I am and I'm only saying I'm a master of this, not because I'm giving self accolades to myself. I'm saying this because of the experience. If I can tell you the number of women I have talked into an orgasm, it's ridiculous. And not no fake stuff. I mean hardcore, hard orgasms. Only by the verbal foreplay. See, most people can theorize, can come with theory with this, but they don't have experience in it. They have no receipts in it. The connection between the two become more intense and more gratifying and more satisfying as well. Yes, it does. That's why. That's why you need to work on your verbal seduction skills or your verbal abilities. She says she's just speaking from experience. If you liking what I'm talking about tonight, let me know in the chat room that you liking what you hear tonight. This is definitely LDA After Dark. That's it, our banks. Our banks, you right on the money. Women love the mental games. It's like a romance novel. I got to get something to drink. Let me know that you like what you hear in what I'm talking about tonight and you want more of it. So you call it glad. This was very refreshing, LDA. I appreciate that. New sub, Golden Child. All right. If you really like what you heard, most time I don't go live. You only hear the video from me. Got me up 4 o'clock in the morning talking this verbal game. And don't think I told you everything, because I haven't told you everything. There's so many nuances to this that you can drive a woman crazy. And women can do the same thing too. Don't get me wrong. I have one friend, she knows what to say to me. She can say one thing and I'm done. Any questions on what I'm talking about? Any statements or questions on what I'm talking about tonight or this morning? Oh, it's so much more. It's so much more. It's so much. It's so, man, it's so much more. It's so much more. I only hit the tip of the iceberg. Any questions or any statements you want to make? I think I stand for what? 14 more minutes. It'll be 4 o'clock in the morning my time. You got 8 people watching. Must be at work. That third shift kicking in. See, I got to brush my beard, keep it chained. She said, because I can get a simple text from someone and it would drive me crazy. Telling you, this is too much. Miss Old School just dropped. She said, I can get a simple text from someone and it would drive me crazy. Any more statements? Guys, where you at? Y'all ain't saying nothing? Invisible watchers, y'all ain't gonna say nothing? Come out the shadows. Come out the shadows. Art Banks, you dropping some things too. Golden Child, Miss Old School 32. This is the conversation that needs to be had. This is what people really want to hear. I don't know how we even got onto this subject, but it is what it is. Come on out the bushes, man, you know, and tell the truth, man, and come on and tell them what's going on, huh? My bad Jamaican accent. Come out here and tell the truth, man. You got something to say? Be on the subject, you know what I mean? No disrespect to any Jamaicans, people from the islands and all. But this is part of the game. I would even share the other side of it. Just one word. One word. She said a text message or a text, but one word can make a woman go into a tailspin. But it's all in how you set the stage for that one word to happen. I know a man that's on YouTube who has written copy. Copy is just like a letter. And he has had women who he's never met, who has never met him, don't know what color he is, send him pictures and show up at his doorstep with just a coat on and nothing else, and willing to have sex with him. Based on one thing, his verbal skills. His ability to communicate to the psyche of the woman. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, this person I know, he gives me chills when I get a text or one word from him. See, the game is right there. Now imagine a man who learns this. That's why you got to have some character when you do that. And you got to be ethical, that you just don't be doing it, just shooting your gun everywhere. But this one man, he does this and he's done this, and women and the women come in their drive to go fulfill their sexual fantasy. It's all in how you communicate. It's all in how you communicate. See, if you do the verbal foreplay, the less you have to do physical foreplay. The more you do verbal foreplay, I know, look, my eyes are closed. The more you do verbal foreplay, the easier it is for you to do what? The less you have to do in the what? Physical foreplay. See, you got to learn how to do the verbal foreplay. And then it makes it easy when it comes time to do the physical foreplay. Just as she said, believe it or not, I'm then sitting here talking about him and I'm just getting chills as we speak. Do you hear what this woman is saying? Do you hear what this woman is saying? She's saying it. She's confirming what I'm telling you. This is no hocus pocus. This is no stage act. This is the real deal. This is the real McCoy. So the more verbal foreplay you do correctly, the less physical foreplay. Because women are like a car. And what I live up in the north, if you try to start a car in the cold and drive it, you end up messing up the engine. You have to give the engine time to warm up. Women are like cars. You got to give them time to warm up in order for you to drive them. You got to give the women time to warm up. They're slow cookers. We are fast. We are microwave cookers. 1, 2, 3, we're ready. It's done. Done. Women on the other side are slow cookers. It takes them a minute to warm up. So what do? I used to do prep work. I used to cook for some restaurants. And what you do is you prep everything you're going to make. The dish you're going to make, you prep it. So when it's time to make the dish, you can grab your onions, you can grab your tomatoes, you can grab your celery, you can grab whatever, and boom, it's already diced up. Put it together, and the meal can get ready. It's getting so deep. When the person texts me, I mentally hear his voice talking to me, and it sends me into shockwaves. So you hear what's being said on this live stream. And this is by accident. This is just a test. So I'm going to change the title of all this because people ain't gonna believe what we're talking about on here. She said it gets so deep when the person texts me, I mentally hear his voice talking to me, and it sends me into shockwaves. Shockwaves. I'm dropping the mic tonight. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. I don't normally talk about this stuff. And trust me, I know it. I know it. And if there was receipts right now, it'd be like when you go to CVS or wherever that place, there'll be a line of receipts going around this whole place. But the power of it is you gotta learn how to communicate. You gotta learn how to communicate their language. So I think I almost went. They said this is my first time opening up like this about this subject. Miss Old School said this is my first time opening up like this about this subject. Welcome to the whole experience of Lawrence D. Adams. See, that's another thing. She's saying this is the first time that she's opened up about this. See, this is the key too. You have to offer a woman a safe place where she can feel comfortable to open up like this. See, most guys don't offer a woman a safe place where she can open up and share without feeling judged, condemned, or shamed, where she's comfortable. Once you do that, she begin to open up more and more and more and more and more and more and more. I'm teaching you these valuable lessons right here. She begins to open up so relatively easy. When you create an environment where she's able to allow this to happen. And LDA made this a safe haven for me. Right. See, that's the key. Gotta make a safe haven where women can say, hey, she's giving you the cheat code if the guys are listening to it. She's giving the cheat code on how to seduce and get women. Anybody have anything else? We got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. There's so much in this. The Godfather is a mastermind genius. I swear I got real players like me in the winter in my winter set. Right. That's so true. Female sexual nature scares a lot of men. Only select men can handle it. You shouldn't scare it. It's just the polar opposite of yours. I appreciate everything we talked about this subject. That's good. I thank you. I appreciate you giving your input, because it's one thing to hear from a man saying it, and a woman says it, and within a group of men, it's completely different. See, I'm still geek right now, and I'm like, I can go on for a lot more hours, because I haven't even touched on the deeper nuances of this. The power of using text messages, the power of pictures, emojis, memes, all that plays a part in this. Because you think about it, we don't think in words, we think in pictures. We don't think in words, we think in pictures. We don't think in words, we think in pictures. So if you send a picture, what did they say? A picture is worth of what? 1,000 words. If I had just a picture and you didn't see me, I mean, I had no picture, just a blank screen. What? Doesn't mean, but you can see my body language. You can see when I express certain things. See, a picture is worth 1,000 words. The right meme, the right GIF can actually be worth 1,000 words. Worth 1,000 words. Y'all not ready for that. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow. The right picture, the right GIF, the right meme can say so much. It can be deeper than with anything that you can say, because what the picture is conveying to the woman. Y'all want to know about that? Let me know. Let me know in the chat room. It's 9 people watching. Uh-oh. I have pictures of this guy in my phone, and all I have to do is just visually picture him, and it's all over for me. Y'all want to know about the picture? Let me know. About the memes. And GIFs. Not no, let me be very clear, not no dick pics. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. Don't do that. But the right picture, the right memes, the right GIFs can do more than what you can ever say. Pictures are worth what? 1,000 words. Say, speak on it, huh? Well, I would speak on it, but nobody hits the Cash App, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. We're at 4:02 where I'm at. Uh-oh, the pictures are everything. Certain ways they smile, the way they look at the camera, and your picture is all the pictures are everything. Certain ways they smile, the way they look at the camera, and you picturing it, and they look at you the same way. Mm-hmm. No worries. So I'm going to come to a conclusion. I'm gonna wait. Ain't nobody, enough people saying it's like I said, it's 4:03 in the morning. I think this might be a good time to have some things popping off. But I'm going to end this live. This was definitely one of the best lives I've done in a long time. I feel I've done in a long time. So I get to talk candidly. I get to talk about things that I'm just a master at. I'm master at the other things, but I'm a doggone master at this. There's very few can even come close to this. But I'm going to shut it down. I want to thank everybody for coming through. If you appreciate this live, late in the midnight hour, early in the morning, wherever you are, if you're in another country, whatever you are, you appreciate it, just let me know. I'm going to definitely end this one. If you want to reach me, I'm on Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams. I'm about to say Snapchat, but I ain't no Snapchat. But Cash App, $ Lawrence D. Adams. And of course, subscribe here. We got 15 likes. If you like what we talked about, I'm going to change the title of this. I'm going to change the title of this live because we talked about some serious stuff. I want you to go back after the live ends. and drop a comment about it. Say this was whatever you got to say. How this really was on it. You appreciate this video? Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is Lawrence D. Adams. I'm going to call it a night. You guys have definitely salute to the chat room, to all the people in the stands who don't want to get in the court and say it, get in the court, to our banks, to all the people. Let me go back. Who was that? Deja. Who else was there? Let me go back. I got to go back. So many. Deja. Who was the other? Because somebody else asked questions. Underrated Mind. Deja. Okay. Who else? Everybody came in tonight. Thank you. Our banks, thank you for coming in. Secret Watchers, thank you. Hit that like button on the way out. I want to thank you for rocking with LDA After Dark. I think this might be a little thing right here. This might be a go-to. Because some people can't sleep. Some people in a different time zone. So this might be a go-to right here. What y'all think? Y'all like this time zone? What y'all think? Let me know in the chat room before we go out. What do y'all think about this time? It's a good deal. All right. Oh, what's up, Josh? This is perfect. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Here in Chicago. Okay, Chi-Town. You got to go back and listen to this because it was so much I shared. Y'all have a good night. Peace. You're in your bag, fam. Appreciate it. Peace.